Welcome to the final episode. We've come to the end of our journey through Mission OS. We started with a single urgent premise that with software eating the world, our ability to transform GovTech at the extreme end is life or death. Over the past 15 episodes, we've deconstructed that challenge piece by piece. We've laid the technical foundation with path to production and cloud platforms. We've established a new way of working with balanced teams and the NUMMI maneuver. We walked through the scientific method for learning with the improvement kata. We introduced the leadership frameworks for vision, strategy, and modern governance. Now we're going to put it all together. Every mindset, model, and mechanism that will power real change is part of the Transformation Flywheel. You've seen this diagram before, but now you understand what powers it. The flywheel represents the interconnected and self-reinforcing experiences of your three key audiences: your employees, your customers, and your shareholders. The transformation leader is at the center, and every concept we've discussed is an important component for flywheel success. The employee experience is the fuel that powers transformation. It starts with a clear and compelling vision, reinforced by a modern people engine that treats talent as a strategic asset, not an HR function. It's sustained by a culture of safety around learning, where practices like the NUMMI maneuver and the improvement kata help the organization continuously learn and grow. That great employee experience is what enables a great customer experience. It's delivered by balanced teams practicing lean enterprise, user-centered design, and extreme programming, with the freedom to build valuable software that users actually love. And they can only do that because they're sitting on a solid technical foundation, a path to production that's built on a modern cloud-native platform. When we have that, we work backwards from the desired mission impact, mapping that mission impact to a strategy, the specific decisions or bets that we make about which outcomes we will pursue to get there, the outputs we'll build to enable them, the activities we'll undertake to build them, and the resources we'll allocate against them. In other words, we're creating a hypothesis, and then we build, measure, and learn our way to customer value. The value created for that customer is then turned into a great shareholder experience. We use the evidence of mission impact and user experience to tell a powerful story, and we thoughtfully manage their investment through a modern, evidence-based governance model using growth boards and clear cascaded goals. And then we use strategic branding and marketing to amplify our successes and build the political and financial capital that we need. And then the flywheel turns. The resources and influence we gain from our shareholders are reinvested back into employee experience and customer experience, making our teams more effective and our outcomes better. A more effective team delivers an even better customer experience. A better customer experience creates even more powerful stories for our shareholders. And it just keeps going. This is the system. This is how you create momentum. It's how you go from a single isolated success story to get the flywheel turning faster and stronger with every win. That's the big picture. So now for the final and most important question, how do you get started? The answer is the mantra that we've repeated throughout the series. Think big, start small, scale fast. You now have the meta think big part. You have the map of the entire flywheel. But you can't, and you shouldn't, try to implement all of this at once. Starting big here is a recipe for failure. The journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step. So let's talk about that first step. This is your playbook for the next 60 days. This is how you start small. Step 1 is to find a real problem. Don't try to boil the ocean though. Don't try to, transform the enterprise. Find one specific bounded mission problem that's causing real pain for a real set of users. Find a problem where you believe a small targeted software solution can make a tangible difference. Step 2 is to build your first balanced team to go solve that problem. Find your pioneers. Find the one product manager, the one designer, and the handful of engineers in your organization who are hungry for a different way of working. These are the people who will be that initial catalyst. They are your NUMMI maneuver, and you have to protect them. Step 3 is to establish efficacy. Your first, second, and third priority here is to get a working path to production, no matter how scrappy. Your only goal here is to prove that you can get a single line of code from a developer's keyboard into production to a real user in a real operational environment. Ship Hello World if you can. The first act of delivery through the bureaucratic maze is the most important win you'll ever have. Step 4 is to deliver a thin slice of customer value. Once you can ship, deliver the smallest possible solution that solves that real specific part of the user's problem. Make one user's life tangibly better. Step 5, market that success. This is crucial. Take that win, that one happy user, that one improved metric, and turn it into a really great story. Package and market it relentlessly to each audience, but especially to your shareholders who control the resources. That story is the currency that you'll use to buy your next turn of the flywheel. And that's it. That's the entire playbook for getting started. Find a problem, build a team, prove you can ship, deliver a small win, and then market the hell out of it. From there, you simply repeat the cycle. You use the resources from your first win to improve your team and tackle a slightly bigger problem. Or maybe you add a second team. And then you do it again and again and again. Each turn of the flywheel builds on the last one, creating more speed, more momentum, and more influence. This is how you scale fast, not by adding more bureaucracy, but by replicating a successful pattern and removing the obstacles that are in the way. We've covered an immense amount of material, but if you remember only one thing, let it be this. The obstacle is the way. The bureaucracy, the legacy systems, the culture of no, these are not excuses for inaction. They are the context of your work. They're the problems that you are uniquely positioned to solve. Hacking the bureaucracy is the work. This is not a project with an end date. It's a continuous journey. There'll be setbacks. There'll definitely be resistance. There will be moments where it feels impossible, I promise you. But the principles in this operating system are not theory. They're battle tested. They have been proven to work in the most complex, high-stakes environments in the world. You have the tools, you have the map, you have the playbook. Now it's time to get started. It's time to make ship happen.